Hello and welcome, Rahul, and you're watching me on my Facebook page on my YouTube channel, Rahul Talks, and if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I usually come in front of you in order to apprise you of latest development because I strongly feel that if you will keep yourself abreast with the latest development, you'll find yourself over an age, you know, than that of others. Because what will happen if you'll be keeping yourself informed? This is an information age, and you will find yourself in a better position because if you want to capitalize on certain skills, you should have certain information, developing skills, having knowledge, having insights, better decision making ability will certainly propel you in a better dimension, in a better direction, and will give you many opportunity. So I usually talk about opportunities, how to keep yourself motivated. Sometimes I talk about science and technologies. So listening to all these will certainly fulfill uh, your 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 imagination will be much more developed. Your perspective will be fulfilled. So that is why if you want to keep yourself updated, you keep listening to such channels which are providing and imparting better thing. Because wasting time, your prime time, in nowadays is not feasible. If you are wasting your time scrolling all those little videos, yeah, it is for a little bit of time, it is okay if you want entertainment, but all the time, all the prime time, if you are wasting in entertainment, you'll never be able to skill yourself up, and that is why it is essential that you skill yourself up. And for that, listening to these channels, especially mine and other people who are imparting good knowledge, if you'll be clinging on these channels, you'll certainly be able to help yourself up. And that has been my purpose. That has been the way that I've been doing it from continuously from a long time. You would have been watching me, and I feel that on Facebook it has been more than 150 videos. So if you want to watch all these videos, you can subscribe to my page, Rahul Talks, and more than 130 videos has been posted on YouTube channel. So it is a profound collection. So if you want to explore all these knowledge, all these insights, you can certainly visit to these pages and channels, and you can make yourself a person who can have profound wisdom, profound knowledge. And one thing I want to tell you that, if you want to find something special, if you want to find something special, you have to first of all decipher what is required to ascend that path. First of all, give yourself time to ascertain all these constraints that is defining that very process, to understand what is the process to achieve that thing. Any job, if you want to go in banking industry or any kind of particular industry, UPS services, UPSC services or any kind of services, SSC or whatever you are planning in a job, you try to understand exactly what are the syllabus, what kind of questions are being asked, how to prepare, and what kind of subjects or what kind of paragraphs and what kind of chapters is more essential to read, to understand. And the same happens in business. If you want to create a big business, if you want to create, first of all, you start take initiative, with a smaller one. First of all, you have to ascertain what is the market, where there is a demand. You can create, you can open that very, business there. You have to ascertain is there any demand available there or not. Logistics, is there any supply, is there any kind of transportation that is going to give you an edge over others. So if you want to start manufacturing, then you have to understand exactly how to bring your cost, and margin in sellings. So all these things you have to understand, logistics, transportations, raw material, thereafter it's finishing, all your machineries, your capital assets, how you can bring it and how you can scale it up, how to scale it up that way business. For that you have to make profit, so you have to think of margin, your creditors, your debtors, all you have to think in a different way. Then feasibility, demand of that very thing, that very substance that you want to manufacture or that you want to sell. So business is also in-depth analysis you have to do in order to jump into something special. If you want to take an initiative, all these things you have to think of, and even if you want to start a new business, if you want to bring in money into that very business, you have to take loans from banks, it may happen. So you have to think of your balance sheet, initial projections of balance sheets, how you bring your own money, how you bring creditors money, so all these you have to think and you have to plan in a better way. And the demand that I want to tell you, if the demand is there existing, then only you can sustain, and cost. If you want to be productive, then cost of production as well as sales, margins will be there. So all you have to ascertain, and if you can ascertain that, sometimes facilities, logistics and transportation, all these things you have to think of in order to create a profound business. Thereafter, if you are taking an initiative, you should also think of automation. If you can automate your business, what could be better than that? If you can automate, what will happen? It will run without you. And once you understand that you can create a business which can run without you, and there is a demand of that very substance that you are manufacturing or that you are selling, you can make a fortune out of that. This is the businesses that should be created. This is the businesses are really the person in whom they are, the founders, who are creating such businesses, they are getting the time freedom. If you can automate that very process, so these are the businesses that you should think of, because if you are creating a proprietorship, you're just investing in, if you are not employed, then it is good for you. You have to be employed in your proprietorship business all the time. If you are keeping yourself engaged in that very business, maybe more than 12 hours you'll be engaged. But this is something that you cannot keep yourself free out of that. So time freedom, if you want, you cannot get. You are investing your time just like a person who is doing a job, consistently. So you are investing more time than that of that very person who is doing a job. So think of the process, how to bring automation in that very business. It can give you a better way to play in the market. Next thing I want to tell you that personal brand. I have been posting many videos, from long time. Though I have not been able to foster such kind of brand, but once you'll be able to get success in fostering personal brand, you'll have chance 50% of age you have already to run any kind of business, because you will have the benefit of marketing. Once you'll bring that very introduction of that very product in front of your subscribers or in front of your audiences, they can buy that very product because you are recommending them. And if you have good brand over online, if you have millions of followers, you can quickly sell that very product. And once you will see that the business is creating more and more, you'll feel that the money is flowing all around, in your account. And that is where the the magic of personal brand and business comes together. It will take time. I have started recently, 2 years or 1 year, but it takes time to create personal brand. Maybe for some persons, decade, but for few people it will take 2 years or 1 year. But for me, I'm looking after that. It's still very slow. But I would not say that I disregard myself, because I know exactly what is happening in the contemporary world in order to counteract, all those persons who can make an impact in society, especially for chosen ones or for such kind of personality who have certain understanding which can create, critical thinking. So governments, some kind of agencies, or cunning agency or cunning people are always concerned of these people who can create charisma in people's mind, who can create and foster a liberation or a kind of sense in the people's personality when they will start thinking critically. People don't want you to think critically, because once you will start questioning everything, they will see that they are crumbling. Their old paradigm, their control over you will crumble, and that is what they don't want to see. and that is why all these claims are happening. That is what you have to ascertain what is happening in the contemporary world, and that is why we make many videos and try to inform you exactly whatever is happening in the contemporary world. you know you should keep yourself abreast with the latest development. Whatever we can provide you, we are doing that. Whatever assistance we can provide you, we are doing that. And many chosen ones are you know existing on this planet. I will I will wish them well. Keep yourself firm in every adversaries, because in any adversity, and all the adversaries will not be able to face you if you will stand firm and will take action accordingly. But you have, because you have been given certain chance, you have been given certain responsibilities to endure and to carry on that very responsibility. It is in self, it is a big task, because this leadership, if you will be able to continue it, many changes will happen quickly in the world, because you are vibrating at right frequency. Whatever is the want of that very planet or cosmos, you are vibrating at that very frequency, and you are bringing change, positivity into the world directly from the higher frequencies and higher realms, that is impacting the whole earth. So your essence is much more than that of ordinary people, and that is why I want to wish you that all the time you be firm, you be someone who can hold his nerves and can play a bigger role. The leadership that has been provided or rewarded to you by the universe, you should carry on that big process. That is what I want to tell you, because it is being apparent to everybody around. Nowadays, many people who have a little bit of intuitive ability, they have understood that certain people have more responsibility. They have understood, they have recognized whatever is happening in the contemporary society, because of the games that are being played over social medias or every kind of every kind of informative gadgets, because it is being played all around, and they are deciphering exactly whatever is happening. So they are keeping themselves, with development. They're also developing themselves. They're understanding whatever is happening in the contemporary world. They are perceiving that their knowledge, their intuitive power, their thought process, their cognitive ability is also increasing, and this is one of the best things that can happen to a society. Once you will be having a mind which can have inquisitive ability. You will start questioning everything. You will see from a different perspective. You will look at everything with a different angle, and that will pay you off. This is the reality that we want to see in the society, and that is what we want to perceive. Because if the change should come, and inclusive change will happen, inclusive growth will happen, what could be better than that? Everybody will have their own mindset. They will choose better person. They will bring better government, and the better development will happen, because they will start questioning everything. They will start questioning every rules, laws and regulations. They will try to bring change. This is the ability of inclusive growth and inclusive cognitive development. This is what we want to see. The different functionality of people, their vibrations, their questioning ability, their thought process, their cognitive ability, all should be developed. And once they will start questioning everything, everyone who is in control, who is in power, everyone will come to discharge their duty more honestly. They will take responsibility, and this is what is the power of cognitive ability. That is what we want to foster. Thank you for listening to me.